Yeah, but okay, I got a great question. There's a girl just signed up to my online program, the one starting November 7th, basically asking me about metabolic damage, that she thinks she's got metabolic damage from the last program that she was following. So I'm just going to do a video now and talk about how to know if you've got metabolic damage, how to fix it, and how long it takes to come back. So basically, said that she's been dieting, not getting the results from another program she was following, and she thinks she's got metabolic damage. And she admits herself she's been a yo-yo dieter for the last 10, 20 years, and it's something that's affected her metabolism, so she struggles to lose weight now. So basically, metabolic damage is when your metabolism, which is like a fire, it slows down and it stops working at optimal level. There's loads of ways that this can happen. It's normally from extreme dieting, so like liquid diets where you go with massive calorie restriction. It can come from like overtraining way too much and then undereating on it from normal foods where you're in a massive deficit at all times. And there's other things that can affect it, like over stress. You know, if you're in a really stressful position at work and then your family life is stressful and you're training on top, you can have a cumulative effect of stress, and that can put you into a little bit of metabolic damage as well. The most common is the yo-yo diets, you know, where you've gone onto a liquid diet where you're only having 2 shakes a day, you know, and a couple of bars or something like that, where you're, you know, it comes back to my Mars bar diet. If I gave you a Mars bar every day and said you could split it into 8 parts, you've eaten 300 calories a day, of course you're going to lose weight, but you'll destroy your metabolism with that, and it takes so long to come back. So the main thing is distinguishing first if you have metabolic damage. If you've been a yo-yo dieter for a while and you've been in a massive calorie restriction, there's a good chance you've damaged your metabolism. There's a good chance that there's an issue there. How long it takes to come out then is going to be really dependent on how long it's been damaged for. A lot of people that like drop to really low levels of body fat, so like competitors, people that are doing photo shoots, or people that are just trying to look amazing for a holiday, that drop their body fat really low, can have a little bit of metabolic damage, but because it was only for 12 weeks or 16 weeks, they can come back out with the reverse diet and they actually will fix their metabolism again. So once they do that correctly, it's easy to fix. But if you've been in a massive deficit and under eating for, you know, a year, 2 years, it's obviously going to take longer to fix and repair your metabolism. So first you got to distinguish if that's what's wrong. Is it metabolic damage? And then how long has that happened? She asked, how low do calories have to be? It's not a number as such, but if I was to put a ballpark on it, it's going to be when you drop below the 1,000 calorie mark. You know, if there's any PTs out there and they're dropping your calories below the 1,000 calorie mark, you are definitely going to lose fucking weight because you're eating less than 1,000 calories. You know, the same way as if you do a liquid diet or something that you read in a magazine that's telling you to, you know, have 2 shakes a day and a protein bar. Of course you're going to lose fucking weight because you're taking 750 calories, you know, and you're out and about moving around. Your basic metabolic rate, your actual just vital organs and brain function is going to need at least 1,000 calories just to function, you know. So normally what happens to people is they go on these, you know, fad diets or thing they've read in a magazine, or just metabolic damage from having a shit trainer. Like, there's some amazing trainers out there, but just make fucking sure you research that you're using a really good trainer. And if they drop you below 1,000 calories, there's no case. I have never worked with anybody and I dropped it below 1,000 calories. And I've worked with people from high-end business people to mums that stay at home with 3 of their kids to people that were competing or prepping for really like high-end photo shoots. And I've never dropped anyone below 1,000 calories because it will destroy your metabolism. You'll get metabolic damage. So that's number one. If you drop it below 1,000, and for guys, I would say it's about the 1,500 mark. Girls, about 1,000 calories. Again, of course, weight and height and all that comes into it, muscle mass, but the general rule, if I was to put a number on it, it's going to be the 1,000 mark. So if you drop below that for a long period of time, you probably have some metabolic damage. But there are things you can do to get yourself back on track. Number one is making sure that you're getting a good nutritional plan in place. You know, that you're reintroducing real foods back in. What can happen first with people that have a really bad metabolic damage and you've gone from eating 750 calories or 1,000 calories and then you go on to a nutritional plan that's got 16 or 1,700, is you can get a little bit of a rebound effect at the beginning where body fat climbs because you've literally shocked your body with more calories. So you can get a little bit of a rebound, and that sends people back into the, you know, where they go back into extreme dieting because they're like, oh fuck, I rebounded. You know, so you got to persevere with that for, you know, whatever amount of time. I would generally say, again, this is independent to every person's metabolism. If you've been in a 1,000-calorie diet for a year, you're probably going to take 5 or 6 months to fully repair your metabolism. That's why people that do it for 12 weeks, they're normally back right in 3, 4, 5 weeks because they reverse diet out. So the number one thing is reintroducing yourself with the proper foods, getting everything on track. Like the most important thing right now is getting things like your blood sugars back in track, getting hormones functioning the way they should. So getting calories from, particularly, I would prioritize getting your calories from fats and protein, get the essential amino acids, get the essential fatty acids. The reality is you don't really need the carbohydrates right now. You need to get your hormones back in balance, and you need to get into an energy surplus where your body is not thinking it's going to die, because that's literally what happens when you drop into a massive calorie deficit for too long. Your body goes into starvation mode and literally thinks you're going to die. So that's why the metabolism gets damaged, because it's trying to keep you alive. So what you got to do is bring your food back in, stick with good quality foods, avoid all the processed shit, avoid protein bars and the things that have like poly alcohols and the stuff that's going to send your body into a mild state of fight or flight. You need to get everything back on balance now as soon as possible. So your meal timing is number one, get your blood sugar stable, increase your fats and protein slightly so you can get your hormones back in balance, and then get onto a good training program, but don't go crazy with it. The reality is you need to fix your metabolism first. That's number one. Another little hack that will work is there's a couple of supplements that will support you. So things like Himalayan pink salt, taking a small bit of that in the morning with water is going to flush out your adrenals. So it'll get your adrenals functioning, because they've been overstressed, because it's your adrenals that will, release your cortisol and get everything kind of out of whack completely when your body's in a massive state of fight or flight from over dieting. So you need to get those back on track. And there's other things like you can have your branched chain amino acids obviously are going to support muscle, so you're not putting your body into a state of again, fight or flight from your training program. So keep your branched chain amino acids high, and then just make sure that everything is perfect on your nutrition, and don't go into a really high intensity program. Like, if you're signed up to my program now, so I'm going to be looking after you, so you're fine, because we can ease you in and pull things back as we need to, which is what I do in the program. If somebody's, metabolism has been fucked, I can pull things back and scale them and then bring it up, and that's what we'll do with you. But in case for anybody else that's not in my program and has this similar issue, that's what I would do. Get straight onto a good nutritional plan. Make sure you're spacing your meals out properly. Make sure you're prioritizing your essential fatty acids and essential amino acids, so protein and fat. Get your supplements on point. Start taking some Himalayan pink salt, flush out your adrenals, and make sure you're taking your branched chain amino acids while you're training, so that your body doesn't go into more shock from tearing so many muscle fibers when it's trying to repair its metabolism. So all those things will help. So hopefully, as I said, there's no general one size fits all, but that's kind of the general recommendation on metabolic damage. So hopefully you'll be fine, because you're working with me, and I'll make sure that you're fixed and come out the other end of it. You can give me an awesome testimony at the end of it, when you've it all fixed. Joke. But that will help for anybody else that's in a similar situation. So I hope the video helps. Please like and share the page. If you're on YouTube, please like and subscribe. I'll be replying on Facebook comments for the next 24 hours.